Greetings, folks. This is DC Investing. I've reached financial independence. I talk about other people or other topics to help others on their way to financial independence. And I've got a nice little windborne mohawk there going on, which kind of makes me laugh, but enjoy that. It's a little bit windy out here in this park. What I wanted to talk about today, my topic was uh, adding a executive level salary to your own salary and how you go about doing that. And so I work for an engineering firm or worked for an engineering firm, and they have what are called salary levels. And, you could see where you were uh, on the different salary scale and compare it to kind of the range of other folks in your salary range. And, I went a long time without getting a what do they call it, a grade increase. It was kind of frustrating to me. I'd asked for a promotion one year, and they basically said I just didn't make enough money to get that promotion, and so they kept me at the grade that I was. And then slowly over time, the pay increases every year due to inflation, and so I was kind of stuck in a lower grade. Um, and kind of in retribution for that, kind of made me a little tweaked about it. I just decided to write off the company in terms of ever moving up the ladder. And so instead, I focused on side gigs and my personal investing and made it a goal to get out of there. But something interesting happened along the way. So the first thing that I did was I focused on a personal business, opened up a business, grew the income from it from nothing to $500,000. At one point, I had 100 employees. It was a seasonal entertainment business. I was really looking forward to getting that to the point where I made more than my engineering salary, and then I would have skipped ship. But the city came down and they took some issue with something. It's like the fire department had an issue with something, and then every time I tried to um, find a way to address that issue, they would fight back against me. So I just knew that whatever I did, they were going to fight that fight against me. And instead of paying another 100 to 200 grand to sue them, fight them, deal with it, I just shut the business down and put all the money into investments instead. So that was the first thing that I did was just shifted to investing instead of trying to run my own business. But then really focused on stocks and investing. And I bought a lot of, well, first I bought a lot of oil drilling companies. And I did that, I kind of started at the end of 2020, did hit that heavily in 2021. I bought a little bit more in 2022, but really in 2022, I shifted to buy oil pipelines, which was a great time because in 2022, um, like the oil drillers just took off. And so I kind of sold some of the drillers and then moved into oil pipelines. And what's interesting is after 2022, the oil drillers stopped going up, but the oil pipelines kept going. So it was really fun to make that shift. I like the oil pipelines because they have really big dividend distributions. Um, Based on the time that I was buying them, they paid on average about 8.5% yearly. And so it's decreased now. I think on average it's about 7.2% that I'm getting, but the share prices have increased like 50%. I'm up on all those oil pipelines over the last 2-3 years. So I have a really nice, interesting basis in there. But getting back to the story point, um, I look back over the past 5 years and I have made some really nice gains in my investment, to the point where, there were like 3 years in a row where I made over $250,000 in my investment funds, because of the investments that I chose. And as I compared that to the pay ranges at my company, like the upper level folks, um, that were like a grade 6 or grade 7, we have grade systems or whatever, you know, they basically topped out at just under $300,000. We're in Utah, here is where I live. And so, maybe some of our wages a little less than what you get in California or something. But basically, if you had worked your whole career and you were a fellow, is what they call it. The like the top of those grade levels for being the most professional. You're a fellow, but really the top of those wages topped out at just under $300,000 a year. And here I was, I decided not to focus on my engineering and decided to focus on my investing. And it was really interesting to me to look at what that did over time. I would not, I don't think I'd ever get to the level of fellow, just because I wasn't political enough or hadn't grown earlier in my career. Um, I have the ability to do management, but I just had a hard time working at work more than 40 hours a week. And I think the people who grew in management kind of worked, overtime every week, or every month or whatever. I just wasn't willing to do that. So what was so interesting is I realized that because I got good investment gains, I basically added to my salary the wage of a fellow, at my company. And it was just really fun to see that, is that I had made a decision to focus on investing instead of focusing on, engineering, instead of like going back and getting a master's degree or really focusing on the technology or something. I just decided to focus on investing. And so between my regular engineering salary and my investment salary, I was making really powerful money. And I outdid all of the upper level management folks at my company. I don't know what the executives make. They probably do much better, but these were just like the normal uh, average worker grades that go from, I think when you hire in, you're at a grade level 1, and it goes all the way up to level 7. So that's the power of investing. And I realized that um, maybe a decade ago when I was thinking about engineering. I was like, should I focus more on, really learning my craft, my engineering skills to the point where, I'm doing more in the company, or should I just focus on engineering? And I realized that there is a limit to how much you can earn as an engineer, but there is no limit to how much you can earn in the finance community. And so, I am an engineer, and I like to think through problems and solutions. And I just realized that it might be better for me to focus on my finance and investing more so than my engineering. And so definitely over the past 5 years, I rode the wave on the way up in COVID, had some really great years, and I ended up earning more than the upper division folks at my career because I was an investor. And, you know, truth be told, those upper division folks, they're still working at my company day to day. They're trapped 40 hours a week. They still have to put in with the company. And today I'm retired and I no longer have to work for that living. And just in passive income alone, I'm I think, just a hair under what my salary as an engineer would be, just in the passive dividends that I get. It's not counting any capital gains that come in through stock appreciation. But when you look at all the tax incentives or the tax benefit um, of the passive income that I get, it's much more effective than what I was getting for um, my engineering work. And so I actually make more now when you consider that without working than I was when I was working, because I had to pay federal, state, Social Security, and all those different things. So this is just kind of food for thought. It's really, the purpose is to make you kind of think, to focus on learning, investing, and take the time to save, as much of your paycheck as you possibly can, because eventually the ability for you to earn a higher wage than what you can in a company, is there. And so, you know, there's always, like, there's pain involved in learning any new skill. There's definitely pain involved to becoming an engineer, or the hours you have to work to climb the corporate ladder are pretty intense. Whereas my investing stuff, I just did as a side gig. It was kind of fun for me. I enjoyed it. I could put it down for a few days, walk away, or come back. It was always there when I wanted to, and kind of a low key thing. Wasn't so high stress or anything, but yeah, over time, I vastly outperformed any of the normal level 1 through 7 workers in my company, because I was doing this investing stuff. So there's your impetus to go spend more time learning investing. Take the time, really try to focus on saving more of your paycheck so that you have more to invest. And I wish you well on your investment journey. So like, subscribe. We'll see you. Bye.